Cool. I'll take these off.
All right, we out here live. You all, what's going on?
What it
Uh,
do? What's up?
yeah, it's Wednesday, WTF Wednesdays. We meet up every Wednesday at 4 p.m. to talk about the success formulas and a lot of things that we got going on with the WTF, which is a lot. It's major things going on, you all, and I'm so excited about where we're going with this mentorship because so many lives are going to be impacted by the work that we do. So shout out to all my mentors, my coaches out there that are out there doing their thing. You know what? Keep doing it. Don't let nobody talk you down from doing it or say, "Oh, this ain't it" or "that ain't it." If you're helping people, it works. And if that's your purpose, stick with it. Some of your greatest mentors may turn and say, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you run the plays and different things of that nature. And all of that is good wisdom or good guidance and coaching that, this is what works. But none of it will work if you allow your belief system to be impacted. If you allow what's going on in the world, how many likes you get, how many views you get, and things of that nature, if you allow this to impact you, then you're faking. You don't really believe. And I hate to say that, man, but a lot of people, jump into this coaching and this mentoring thing because they're hustlers and they see an easy way to make some money with helping people. And they have good hearts. I'm not saying they don't have good hearts, but they're chasing the money. And a wise man once told me is money is like women. When you chase them, they run. But when you get yourself together, they run to you. The same principle applies to money. We're not doing this for money. We're not chasing the bag. The bag is chasing us because we got ourselves right. We chase problems and provide solutions. Like that part right there, we chase problems and provide solutions and teach formulas to these young people, man. And it's just so beautiful how to see them just blossom and start doing their thing. And man, I'm a big crybaby. I'm an emotional dude. So just like I get excited, I get emotional too. And to see these young people winning makes my heart just flutter. And sometimes this big old bear might drop one, but it's from the heart, man. And I love what we do. I love what we're doing, and all of the great things that we have in front of us. Some of the great things we did previous to this. Shout out to the first group. You guys are amazing, and we're looking forward to the next group coming by the end of this month. So everything is going great with the WTF. But here's one I want to say, and I know I'm talking a lot, Dimitri. You jump in after this, but I want to drop this for all the parents that may be watching this replay or may be watching right now. Y'all know what's coming. You know what's here. Summer, 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 summertime. And what you about to do with these graduates, these teenagers that are fighting you on college, saying they want a gap year, saying they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that, and now they're walking around wondering, what do I do? What can I do? And we as parents don't know how to communicate with them on how to be successful. And that's the reason why you get a coach that is a specialist that can really focus on your teenagers because they might be tired of hearing your voice by the age of 17 or 18. And they might have tuned you out, but we'll be that extension of that voice here at the WTF. So if you got one of these teens out there and it's summer and you don't have anything to do with them, DM me, DM Coach Dimitri. We'll set up a consultation
Bring 'em
call
on.
and see about getting them in the program. But let me be quiet and let my guy, Black
Big
Crypto, Coach
Big
Dimitri.
E. Another Wednesday, another beautiful Wednesday here at the WTF Academy. Some of you said earlier sparked something in my mind when you said that we chase problems. And, shout out to all the coaches out there and everybody that's on their hustle, that's on their grind, that's on their mission to, make more out of their life than what it currently is. And just kind of adding to what you said as far as chasing problems. Hey, everybody, if there are no problems in the world. There is no solution. And if you aren't able to provide a solution to a problem, then there's no way for you to provide value to anybody. So
Mm,
always look for the problems. Look don't look for the solution, be the solution. You are the solution
yes,
to somebody's problem. Did you know that?
absolutely. Yep.
Whether you realize it or not, like you are the solution to whatever problem somebody is having. It's up to you to determine what value you're bringing or you have to bring to the marketplace, fine tune that if it's not already fine tuned, and then provide it, package it in a way that makes it acceptable and makes it enticing to whoever is having a problem that you have the solution for. If everything was all hunky dory in life and everything was perfect, there would be no need for anybody. You know, that's
Right.
why AI is taking over, because a lot of the repetitive problems that we have in society, a lot of the repetitive tasks that we currently have as quote unquote jobs and careers, those desk jobs, AI is taking those over. AI is the solution to the problem that the workforce or that these companies are having in response to labor costs. You know, so I'm not saying that your job is in jeopardy. It could be, but
Hmm.
always think of yourself as a solution to a problem and don't run away from the problems if you do see one. And you know, that said, at first I, you know, didn't realize that I was a solution to a problem that somebody had. This somebody is now my very very good friend. I would consider him my brother right here, Coach
Yes.
Big E. You know, prior to us meeting at the mastermind last year, I had a vision. I always had a desire to want more out of life. I didn't really know what it was that I wanted to do, but I knew that working a job was not fulfilling to me. I worked at UPS. That was I had two jobs really, or two different companies that I worked for. One was UPS. I worked there for 13 years. I loaded trucks for 9 years.
Ooh,
Graduated college, went on to part-time supervisor, did that for 18 months, got promoted to corporate 18 months after that. And once I got to corporate, 6 months after that, I got promoted to manager in the automotive department at the corporate office. So I was over all the trucks at UPS. So
nice.
from the outside looking in, you'd be like, oh man, like you got it made. You was on a fast track. But my inside, my soul was not being fulfilled. I was dying slowly, like Big E
Mm.
always says. I was
Death by a
dying
thousand cuts.
death by a thousand cuts. Exactly. Right, right, right. And you know, I quit that job, and then I went to another job thinking that that job had something else better to offer me. But quickly I found out that it was more of the same. And then COVID happened in 2020. Then I got released. I was deployed.
Mm.
I was no longer employed. I was deployed into the marketplace. And now I'm actually living my purpose because a problem came my way. I didn't shy away from it. I attacked it head on and I found a solution within myself. I put
Yes.
myself in a position to be able to be of service to somebody else. And then here we are. Now we're doing lives in front of the
Mm.
entire world. Who would ever thought that my life would have turned out like this? And who would ever thought that your life would turn out the way that you wanted to, other than
Right.
yourself? So believe in yourself, attack any and all problems head on, and don't shy away from who you actually desire to be. Embrace it.
Yes. Hey, I met a billionaire, first billionaire I ever met and had a conversation with. And I went to his Facebook page, and the first thing on his Facebook page is he stated that I solve problems,
Mm-hmm.
and he became a billionaire. So what society and a lot of people will tell you is complain. Let's complain about that's messed up. That happened to such and such. That's so bad. Ooh, I got that small little violin that I'm playing for everybody. The news. Oh my God, they're getting shootings. China's taking over. AI is taking all the jobs, and fear, 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 fear. And they plant this fear into your subconscious because a lot of people don't want to see us succeed. A lot of people want us to be behind those desk jobs. Sit there and be quiet and be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be grateful for what God blessed me with. listen, you must serve a different God. Because if he bless you with stress and misery and living check to check, and you think that's a blessing, we need to talk, because I know about a great God. I know about an incredible guy. Like I know somebody different than what you know. And that goes back to your BS, man. Like it always go. Our first formula is the BS. We always stress this because a lot of people miss it. And they don't understand that your belief system is BS. Like who you are, who you think you are, and your relationship with God is BS. I mean, we can go through, bring any religious book you want to bring to the table. And all I hear and all I read is glory. Big thing. Look, let's talk about the Old Testament with Solomon and David and a few others. They was the richest people in the Bible. Solomon was. He was the richest king. David had riches. But oftentimes we think having riches is a bad thing. Here's a gem for anybody listening to this or rewatching it. If you have a bad relationship with money, you're going to have a bad relationship with money. Like if you think money is money is the root of all evil, if you believe that, yeah, you're going to live check to check. It's going to be scarce. When all money is a tool. It's a currency. You know, that's all it is. But for my religious folks that think, you know, it'll take a rich man would need to get through the head of a needle. Why go? You might know more to be.
Yeah. That was referring to the love of money. Yeah. That's if you worship it. Yeah, money
Right.
is good if you use it in the proper way, just like you were saying.
Exactly. But people take the biblical text out of context and they use that to justify where they are. So see, I ain't gonna be rich because I want to go to heaven. That's a special type of food.
Just in case you didn't know, the word also says that the streets in heaven were paved with gold. So that sounds pretty abundant and wealthy to me. But hey,
and oh, let's piggyback on that. And what else did they say? They said you can have it on earth as it is in heaven. Now you just told me heaven has streets of gold. We read that in so if that's the heaven, and the word says we can have it on earth as it is in heaven, then why do we look at it as a bad thing?
We've been indoctrinated. We've been programmed to think that way. Our BS has been bamboozled. Yes. We've been lied to our entire life to be subservient to this system. Because if we think as a mass population, if the masses believe that, okay, there is honor in poverty, there is honor in, the struggle, there's honor in the grind. The people who we are grinding for, struggling for, slaving for, they're the ones benefiting. They're the ones pulling our strings. So they're the ones that benefit. Absolutely.
And they're out on the golf course living their best life while you stuck in that cubicle miserable. They're out buying businesses. They're out. So think about this. Think about if you did build your wealth, what you could contribute to the church, how many people you could impact with that wealth. Because you ain't helping nobody if you broke. Like you talking to somebody that got a PhD in being broke. Like, man, look, there's nothing poverty-wise I haven't been through. Like, I know the feeling, and there's no honor in that. There's no pride in, yeah, I've lived poverty my whole life, and I'm proud of it. What? I'm not proud of that. I'm proud that we got through it. But would I wish that on anybody? Absolutely not. Why would I wish poverty on one of my people? That doesn't make sense. But here's how society. So the topic today is why the rich get richer and the poor get poor. I'm gonna make that the topic because I heard something so great today, and it just painted a picture to me. People often ask, why do the rich get richer? Why do the poor get poor? It's a matter of focus. Like it's that simple. The poor focus on poor stuff. They focus on lack. They focus on crime. They focus on I don't have enough. They say these words, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not deserving. They say these things and wonder why they still poor. Whereas on the flip side, the rich focus on their riches and it expands. It's not a matter of morals. It's a matter of your subconscious and the God in you being great. And he said, whatever you focus on will increase. So I challenge everyone watching this and rewatching this. Ask yourself, what are you focused on? What are the TV shows that you focus on? What are the social media pages that you follow? Are you following World Star, seeing all the drama? Are you on Ja Morant's head talking about how stupid he is with his guns? Or is that what you're feeding? Are you caught up in the gossip? If you are, cool. That's what you focus on. That's what you'll get more of. And you wonder why you're going through divorces. You wonder why you're going through breakups. You're wondering why your children don't respect you. They see what you focus on every day. Mm. But I can't get ahead. We all self-sabotage. Like, you can't blame it on the world. You can't blame it on society and inflation. So what? You still gonna buy the same thing. You still gonna waste your money on the same things, whether it costs this or it costs that. Did anybody stop buying gas when it jumped up to $4? I'll wait. Did anybody stop buying eggs when it jumped up to $4, $5 a dozen? You still bought it, and you just kept complaining. But what I saw with the eggs and the gas is like, okay, if things are increasing in price, then I need to step my game up. Mm-hmm. I can't sit back and watch the middle class go away and end up low, because that's what's happening. This is why the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poor. It's a matter of focus, you all, and believing that you're even worthy. You know, like, it's so many people that I run into that miss the fact of what their belief system is and what they say to themselves. I'm not good at that. Yeah, that ain't part of my family. Nobody, I don't know nobody that does that. All these excuses to justify where you are right now in your own skin, living check to check. And soon you seen what happened with COVID. How many people lost their jobs and lost their houses, and how many divorces happened? Look at the statistics. All of that trended up with COVID. What happens with COVID happens again. Who gonna make it? It's businesses that didn't make it through COVID, but we did. And that should have been the eye opening to say, you know what, I gotta step this up. I gotta do something different, because I'm tired of being right on the edge of being poor. I used to think $100,000 right now barely make ends meet. Like, some people, I wish I had $100,000. I did too, and I got it. And guess what? I was still living check to check. I have one or two put up, and I blow that on the trip. Still check to check. Oh, I'm salary. I get the same amount, and then COVID happened. So things like that happen from time to time. We always, every 3 or 4 years, we have a big drop in something, and the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, because the news, social media, all of them are pumping fear into your mind and making you where you holding on to your little kibbles and bits, waiting on a bad day, a rainy day. Let me squeeze every little bit of this money. But if you get, and I'm gonna stop with this one. Think people who are not used to money, guess what happens when they get it? They look at all the ways they can get rid of it. Woo, I got about this. And then once it's all gone, it's like,
it's burn a hole in their pocket.
Then they relax when the money all gone. Like, do you really not like money? Well, give me some then. Shoot, if you don't like it, I'll take it.
Yeah, man. What you were saying as far as the focus thing, you know, that reminded me about the keynote that I gave during the presentation for your first Wednesday call, and that's one of the things. So we all know WTF stands for the bad WTF, right? And then WTF also stands for what's the formula. But did you all know that WTF also stands for winning through focus? And that's what we teach these mentees to do. We teach them to win through focus. We focus their minds on their BS first, Then we turn the focus to them, their inner self, their habits, their daily habits. And then we turn that focus to creating something of value based off of the habits that they've gained and based off of the mindset that we help them to renew. So yeah, E, you are definitely spot on. And yeah, WTF is multifaceted, but I just thought I'd jump in
Mm.
there and let everybody know what we're all about. And yeah, and summer is coming very, very fast. It's very hot outside,
Hmm.
at least down here in Atlanta. And yeah, I definitely see a big need for a lot of parents. I know a lot of teens are juniors and seniors, and they don't want to go to no summer camp. They don't want to like do this
Hold
little
on.
kiddie stuff. They need to do something productive. For all intents and purposes, these kids are darn near grown. They've been exposed to a lot of things that they may not have should have been exposed to, but hey, we're gonna take that maturity that that they've gained through means of their peers, through means of social media, that basically make them grow up a lot faster than what I grew up and what you may have grown up when you were younger. But the WTF is really meant to help harness these teens' desire for more in life. They don't want to go to college anymore unless they want to be like a doctor, engineer, things like that. But let's
Hmm.
be serious. College, I went to one of the top business schools in the country. Georgia State is a top 50 business school. I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm saying that to let you all know that I graduated with a 3.3 GPA, got the dean's list twice, graduated with a
Nice.
business degree, and did not know how to start my own business on graduation day.
Mm,
Now,
mm,
thank
mm.
God I didn't have any debt because my job paid for my tuition, thank God. But I wasted a lot of time taking meaningless classes like sociology, all this
Tree.
basic, yeah, like all this like advanced like calculus. Like I don't need calculus. I don't
Right.
need that. So I'm saying all this to say that half of the stuff, more probably three-quarters of the things that is being taught in college, I know from experience, is meaningless, is pointless. And what's the point of
Hmm.
accruing all this debt, wasting all this time, paying these institutions all this money who have billions of dollars in endowment as it is? Why give them your
Hmm.
hard-earned money when you can use that to invest in your child so they can actually put their talents, their God given skills and abilities to use to be able to change your family tree? And that's what we're here
Mm.
to do at the WTF is we help them win
Mm.
through focus. We teach them formulas to be able to transform their life, and not only their life, but the lives of people around them and in their family as well.
Oh man, that's so perfect. And the college thing, I have a master's degree. I used to be a collegiate teacher for 5 years. So I've seen the struggle of those students. I went through the struggle. I still owe almost 100,000 in student loans. And I'm waiting on one of these politicians to get rid of it.
Good luck on that.
I'll be 80 years old still paying on these student loans. I wouldn't care if I had 100 million. I don't want to pay them back. I feel like I was robbed.
Mm,
But again, no knock on anybody that's in college. Even if you're in college, you need to think of yourself and working for yourself, building your brand, building your company, because that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of you stepping up and putting down that desk and that cup of coffee and that laptop and working for yourself. Like, and you can. And here's one of the things that I talk about this a lot with auto suggestion, especially with the guys. And this is a challenge for everybody watching this. I want you to do this for you, for not for me, for yourself. But sometime today, when you can get to a quiet place, close your eyes and tell me what your future looks like. Envision it. Show me what you look like a year from now, 2 years, 5 years. Where you at? You in the same house, same vehicle, same job? Did you get the 3% raise that's not keeping up with inflation? What does it look like? Because if you be honest, most of you all don't know what it looks like. Most of you all don't want to. The world gonna come to an end, or Jesus gonna come back. That's what we waiting on. So the Savior to come back and save us from yourself.
mm,
It's not the world. It's not society. It's not what you went through, how you grew up. It's your belief in you and who's you are. So once you know that, whose you are and who you are, there is no stress. There is no I don't know. Because whatever you want to do, you can do it if you believe hard enough in it and you see it. You can say, I want to do this. I want to be at $10 million. I'm going to affirm it and say, in 2 years, I'm going to be a millionaire. In 2 years, I'm going to be a millionaire. In 2 years, I'm going to be a millionaire. And guess what? You don't believe that shit yourself. You don't believe it. But I'm going to say the affirmations anyway with hopes that, it comes. No, the true power. And I love affirmations. And no knock on affirmations. They're great. But before you can even affirm it, you got to be able to see it. And you have to be able to use your imagination to think big. One of the books that I've been reading is stated that they did an exercise with entrepreneurs and said, come up with a plan for your business. And the guy said, yeah, I want to make $2 million next year. He said, okay. He said, do you think that's possible? And the guy said, yeah, I think that's possible. He said, well, you think it's too small. Create me a plan to take it to 10 million. Sheesh. And the guy didn't know how to do it. He was like, well, I ain't never thought about taking my business to 10 million. But guess what happened? That little thing started clicking. Like, all right, so in order for me to take this to 10 million, I'm gonna probably have to build a team. Because 10 million too big for one of us. I need a team for this. And the guy took that exercise, built him a team, and blew that 10 million out the window. So the point I'm making is that if your dreams don't scare you, then you just existing. You ain't even living. You're just existing. You're a sheep. I'm sorry. I know you all don't want to hear that, but you are a mere sheep waiting for the slaughter, waiting for your 401k not to support you when you finally get done with this corporate job at 65, 63, 67, whatever number they put on it now. Oh, I get to live off my Social Security and my 401k. And that ain't even gonna pay your bills, especially after they tax it. Because the dollar you put in there today is not the dollar you will get when you turn 65. That is a fact. You the financial guy? Am I telling the truth?
Bro, you are spot on. That's why back in the day, a gallon of gas was, cents, pennies, dimes,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, quarters. It was not no dollars for gas and all this stuff. Now it's the same fuel, the same, same stuff, but we paying 4 or 5 times as much as we did 50 years ago. Why is that? Because the money is being devalued. People think that the free stimulus money from COVID was like great. They was cheering it on, but I knew I saw this coming. I was like, there's nothing free, y'all. Nothing in life is free. Either if you're not going to pay for it with your money, you're going to pay for it with your time. If that's why people think like it's an error for people to think that they're saving money by buying things that are cheap, because you'll either pay for it now or you'll pay for it later. So if you buy something that's not quality, it's gonna break down faster. So you end up paying more money to buy the same thing over and over again. So I'm saying all that to say that it's important to understand the concept of money. It's important to understand how money flows. It's important to understand the time value of money. Like Big E said earlier, money is a tool. But I would take it even further and say that money is a tool, but it's also a proxy. It's a proxy for our time. It's a representation of the value of our time that we contribute to our jobs, or we contribute to the marketplace by providing a good or a service. Right.
And guess what? The billionaire can't buy back one more minute. When it's gone, it's gone. They don't care how much money you got. When time is gone, it's over. You can't. Let me wait. We can't get that time back. It just went away. So we can make money back, but we can't make time back. unless somebody's developed this time machine, which I want to know about if they do, because I need a few more years. But no, I'm sorry I cut you off, bro. I know
No,
you
you
want to
good.
get
Go
run your
ahead.
thing, but
No.
you know that like he was saying though, money. Like think of, I'm gonna talk about the hood because I come from there, and anybody from the hood listening to this knows this is the truth. What do we do every year at this time when we get that income tax refund? We buy another jalopy, or we go on a trip. We buy another raggedy car because that one you bought last year with your income tax check is on its last leg. Now I gotta buy another one. Like Dimitri said, you steady buying cheap stuff and hoping that it'll be something good. And no knock to the people in the hood. Listen, I represent the hood. I come from the hood. I'm all about it. But it's things like that that we need to eradicate, because that same little bit of money, you can start your business. And here's some gems for my business owners. You can start a business. Once you establish your business, get your EIN. You need an EIN to set up a business account. Take your EIN, set up your business account, put you some money in there, put a check in there, whatever you're going to put in there. And then you can sign up for the MBE, which is a minority business certification. And once you get on, especially for the women, they have the MWBE, the minority women's certification, where you can get on that list. They got a ton of money out there waiting for you. I know a couple of credit cards that you can apply to as soon as you have a business account and an EIN with some money in it. And it doesn't need to be $1 million. It don't need to be 100,000, 10,000. You can have 1,000 in your business account. You can still apply for business lines of credit. And they have to tell you why they rejected you. And once you figure out why they rejected you, you work on that, you reapply. Now you got a ton of money that you can invest into your business and grow it. But you would rather buy you another cheap car every doggone taxes. Man, look,
that's a play. That's a play.
Hey, bro.
That's a play right there,
it's
man.
money out here for every. That's why we don't chase the bag. I just told the guys that when you money is like women. When you chase women, they start running. But when you better yourself, they run to you. The same principle applies to money. When you better yourself, money will run to you. You don't have to chase money. We don't do this for the bag, but we definitely talk about money because it's so relevant. And that's what people are focused on. So you want to focus on the money? All right, let's focus on the money. But how much money are we talking about? Are you focusing on a check? Like, where's the big picture? So use your imagination. Use this auto suggestion. Focus on it. See yourself in a happy relationship. See your children happy. If you can't see it, the chances of it happening are very slim. You might get lucky, but luck isn't sustainable. Luck happens every now and then. That's not something you can be sustainable with. But once you apply these principles and rewire your computer, you got a processor right here that needs to be reprogrammed. Like everything that you need is within you. Everything that your team needs is within them. They don't need nothing outside of here. They don't need nothing outside of themselves. It's just a matter of tapping into your superpower. And this is what we teach them teenagers. That's why we've established multiple LLCs, EINs, and businesses out there. You all have been seeing the testimonials. Go out there on the YouTube page, WTF Men's Academy. Look at the testimonials. I got a whole slot for it. We got coaches that are testifying. I mean, I don't just work with teens. We work with adults, with young ladies. You'll see a bunch of them out there because we know what our purpose is. We know what the goal is of the WTF, because this is bigger than what you all think. Soon, very soon, some of you watching this are going to say, I remember those guys.
And if you think, if you're having trouble getting the attention of your young man, understand that you have to be able to relate to this next generation in their own language. And we have a community of like-minded teens who can, create that positive peer pressure, because we all know peer pressure is the best influencer of all, negative and positive. People relate to their peers more than anybody, and that
Yes.
goes from all ages. So it's especially true for teenagers. And if you see your teen, young man, getting a little bit lazy, getting a little bit complacent, if he's talking about a gap year, if he's talking about not even going to college, if he's just sitting down playing video games all day, send him over to us just for 12 weeks. I promise, 12
That's
weeks.
it.
If he commits, if you commit as a parent to the program, to what we have going on, I guarantee you your money problems or your money concerns concerning your child, your future career plans concerning your child are going to be alleviated because of the things that we discussed in this live today. We're going to be showing the teen, your child, and even yourself how to tap into your God-given gifts and abilities and desires to be able to create value. And that's where money comes from, y'all. Like, you're not gonna get money unless you're creating value for somebody else. So
Right.
get the money out of your head for 1 second. Ask yourself, how can I create value for somebody else? It's all about being of service to each other, right?
That's
So just take my advice. Hit us up
right.
on our DMs. Like I said, our DMs are always open. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions, alleviate any concerns that you may have. Let's go ahead and move forward with this thing. We're getting
Let's
through
go,
focus over
y'all.
here.
Yeah, this is the season. This is your season, especially those with those teenagers. This is the season to step up. You have to learn how to pivot as a parent. You cannot, I'm sticking to my guns. I hate I even said guns with everything going on, but you know what I mean. I'm standing on this. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it 100. This is who I am. I'm just who I am. If you have people like that in your circle, get rid of them. Because if you want to know where you're going, look at your circle. Look at your child's circle. Then he got some knuckleheads he running with. Guess what? If you don't snatch him real quick, he can easily get caught up. I got a quick story, and I know we're a few minutes over, but I got a quick story about that. I was in the car with someone that I called one of my best friends, and he called my mom. My daughter called him uncle. This is how close we were. We're on the highway and we get pulled over. I'm in the passenger seat, sleep, because it's early in the morning. And I'm asleep in the passenger seat. We get pulled over. There's drugs in the car, big drugs in the back of the car. Not mine, of course. And it was the driver's. This being one of my best friends, told the police he doesn't know whose that is. He doesn't know what I have on him. Me being in the car with one of my friends sent me to prison with a 6-year sentence for 2 years. Now, this same friend, because it gets worse, this same friend knew that I had just got out of prison doing 10 years. I wasn't out a whole year before I went back. And I went back because I was in the car with somebody. Now, here's what he told me at court, and I'm going to end it with this. This will let you know what type of friends you have. We go to court because I don't get to see him in jail. We go to court, we're shackled up. And I'm like, dude, what you doing, man? I got a newborn baby. Like, bro, let me go. I ain't did nothing. He told me, he said, man, you should tell him that it was yours because you used to being locked up.
Wow.
That was it made me cry in the court.
Dang.
I was like, bro, that's how you view me?
Mm.
I didn't do anything, you are. I was guilty by association. So let's take it back to that circle. Check your circle. Your circle is going to show you where you're going. If you have friends that focus on lack, guess what you focus on? Lack. If you're in a relationship with someone who focuses on lack and they're not willing to change, then be prepared. Embrace it, because that's going to be your future. Like, we dictate our future. It's not the world. It's not society. It's not. We dictate by what we allow to come around us and what we focus on. And if we keep focusing on, then that's why you are where you are. And that's the reality of, you want to keep it real? You want to keep it 100? Then keep it 100. Your belief system is BS, y'all. And you wonder why your teenagers' belief system is BS. They got raised by you. Swallow the pill, parents. I had to swallow it. My daughter, you see the video out there. She's 28, just now getting her high school diploma. She dropped out of high school and ran away from me because I was too strict as a parent. And we just now are, I mean, a few years back, but we're just now getting to the point where we could get past me being a mean dad and her being a wild teen. And now we're working together. Now we just established her business. Now she has her EIN. She's setting up her Calendly links. She's getting more customers than she's ever gotten because she started to believe in herself. She always believed in God, but she didn't believe in herself. So let me say this real quick. I know I keep saying the end. Last thing. I promise you, this is my last thing. For those of you, if you want to know how much you believe in God, ask yourself how much you believe in yourself. Because there is no way you could believe in God and not believe in you. Because the scripture said he's in you. So when you talk down on you and say, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I'm no good, you're saying that to your God. And you wonder why you don't win like you're supposed to. So I'm going to leave that right there, bro.
Hey, man, bro, that's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
You know, but hey, I appreciate everyone that saw this. I seen a few jumping out there. We're streaming on a few different places, working the new platform. Go out there and like the page, leave us comments, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, follow us on IG, Facebook. We all over the place. DM us. Again, it's the WTF, What's the Formula Mentoring Academy. I'm Coach Big E, Mr. WTF on the radio, and that's my guy, Coach Dimitri. And hey, this is every Wednesday. We're going to be here every Wednesday at 4. And if you feel froggy enough, shoot me a DM and we'll put you on here and we can discuss whatever you want to discuss. I'm opening up the floor for anybody out there that wants to join this live that's streaming on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. If you want to get out there and you ain't scared, as they say in St. Louis, then hit your guy up, hit Dimitri up, let us know, and we'll get you on here. But with that, bro, you want to wrap them up or we good?
Hey, that's it, y'all. Hey, thank y'all for sticking with us. We look forward to growing with y'all in the future. And as always, be blessed.
Be blessed. Peace.
Peace.